if we're rich, does it automatically mean we're a fool? Well, there is a profound teaching by Jesus that's in only one of the 4 Gospels. It's a parable that's really very famous, but most people don't realize Luke is the only one who addressed it. And it gives us some unique insight into whether or not we are a rich fool. So keep watching, and I'll touch a little bit into that parable, but also talk about something from Ecclesiastes that will blow your mind as well. Hi, my name is Sean Summercamp, and this is Motivationeer Christian Coaching. I post 2 videos a week, so please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can be reminded when I do. Please also consider becoming a member at Motivationeer.com. Your membership really supports this channel. Thank you. Okay, so this parable that's in Luke, and only in Luke, is the parable of the rich fool. It specifically is found in Luke chapter 12, verses 16 through 21. What's really interesting about this is that when Jesus, started saying the parable, it was in response to a guy in the crowd shouting out. I'm saying shouting, I don't know if he was, but because it says there were thousands of people crushing around Jesus, the guy probably had to at least raise his voice, and he said, "Hey, tell my brother to split the inheritance with me." And then Jesus broke into this parable, which is very interesting. The parable, which I won't read now, which, by the way, I did a video about this, a Saturday Zoom session, a 90-minute Zoom session on this topic, how to know if you're a rich fool, where I go into much deeper discussion about what I'm sharing briefly with you now. So if you want to watch that, go become a member at Motivationeer.com, a very tiny annual fee. You have access to hundreds of hours of video that you'll never see on this YouTube channel. It's only for my members. But interestingly, when Jesus started telling the story of the rich young fool, he said there was a certain rich man who thought to himself. Isn't that where everything always starts? Our own thinking. What I illustrate here in this scene is that this guy is standing in the crowd before the Messiah, has a chance to glean any bit of wisdom, any bit of life-changing insight that he can from this Messiah. Whether he believes he's a Messiah or not, clearly there's something very profound going on with this guy. Thousands of people are crushing around him. And what does he want? Help me split the inheritance with my brother. Help me to get my share of the inheritance. So what Jesus really ultimately goes into is the fact that being a rich fool does equal greed. Greed is something that really rears itself at times when it's not appropriate to be talking about money. I was speaking to one of my clients recently, and he was telling me about a time when he was at a networking event, and within 10 seconds of meeting a person at this event, that person started talking about how he owned a Porsche, this big investment he made. It was very weird and awkward. It's foolish. We have an opportunity to do something so much more, and all we want to talk about is how to get money instead of wisdom. So I also wanted to mention briefly this profound passage in Ecclesiastes chapter 7, 11 through 12. It says, "Wisdom, like an inheritance, is a good thing. It benefits those who see the light of day. For wisdom provides protection, just as money provides protection. But the advantage of knowledge is this: wisdom preserves the life of its owner." So here's something you don't really hear a whole lot from the podium. Money does provide a certain amount of protection. No, money doesn't give happiness, but it does give protection. We're able to afford things that maybe keep us safe or keep off starvation, let's say. I'm going kind of extreme there. But the point of Ecclesiastes 7 is wisdom is way better. Like the guy in the crowd could have used that moment to glean infinite wisdom to affect his eternal soul, and he chose not to. Maybe he was focused on protection for his family, maybe. Hey, let me get that inheritance so I can take care of my family, which might seem noble or bold, but he chose the one and let go of the other. This is the key. This is how we know if we're a rich fool. If we are not seeking for wisdom, if what we're really seeking for is more money, we're a rich fool. In those times, let's learn to train ourselves to be about the wisdom of life, the wisdom of what we can do with our money, the wisdom of knowing God's will, of helping other people, serving them, benefiting our community, our neighbors, of course, our church, getting the gospel out. Then we know for sure we're not going to be a rich fool. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for 2 new videos each week. Tell me in the comments below about your career situation, and I'll make a video for you with a shout out. You can also become a member at Motivationeer.com. Your career is not just a way to make a living, it's a way to transform the world.